Hey guys, so today we are going to be discussing Raj Yogas in Jamini Astrology. And what are Raj Yogas? Okay, these are the combination in astrology that take you to a higher height or take you to a higher place in your professional field. Okay, so that's what we're going to discuss today. And obviously, if you do not know Jamini Astrology and you're new to this video, well, let me just tell you, Gemini is a very, very simple astrology to understand. Very simple. You just need to watch these videos, these 3-4 videos that I've made already on Gemini. Clip them one by one, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, and it'll make sense to you what it is. Okay, it's very easy. So these Raj Yogas that we're going to discuss today are not like regular Vedic astrology or Raj Yogas. They are specifically designed for Jamini astrology. And obviously, if you do not know, after watching any of my lessons, you do not know what your atmakaraka, amatyakarka, what your charadhasha is running, it's very easy once you watch the video. But if you want to know all that, for that, check out the links below. And from my website now, you can get a full report where you'll be able to get all the astrological charts and dhashas and Jamini information that, it's the most comprehensive report you'll get. So anyway, Raj Yogas. In Vedic astrology, you guys must have heard of Raj Yogas and Dhan Yogas. You must have heard of Raj Yoga occurs when, Lord of the Kendra and the Trikona are in conjunction somewhere in the chart, especially Kendra and Trikona, okay, meaning that quadrant and trine houses. The lords of those two houses, when they come together in any house, especially Kendra, they create a very powerful Raj Yoga, meaning that during the time period of the planet, you may go to a really, higher height in your professional field. Now, those Raj Yogas differentiate. Let's say if your planets are normally placed in a friendly sign, you may get a little bit of support. If your planets are exalted or in their own sign, you might become a manager or supervisor in your company. You may become a VP of a company, depending upon how strong the planets are in your deep birth chart and your Nimansha chart. Okay, so those are Raj Yogas. Now in Gemini, as you watched my videos of karakas, which are movable karakas, planets, depending upon their degree, hold a certain position in your horoscope. And these things are called Sthirakaraka. Sthirakaras are the planets that change through their degree position. So like in Jamini astrology, there's something called atmakaraka. That's the planet with the highest degree. Amatyakaraka with the second degree, dharakaraka with the third degree, putrakaraka with the fourth highest degree, putrakaraka with the fifth highest degree, dharakaraka with the sixth highest degree, and finally dharakaraka with the seventh highest degree or the least degree in your horoscope. And obviously these karakas do not include Rahu, Ketu, Neptune, Uranus, or Pluto. These 5 planets are excluded from Gemini. Only the 7 that I mentioned are in there. So whenever certain karakas are either in aspect each other or in conjunction, will create a certain Raj Yogas. And in a certain charadhasha, those Raj Yogas will fructify, meaning that suddenly you will gain a high position or money in your life. So that's what we're going to discuss today. And obviously you must watch charadhasha video and karaka video and the aspect video of Gemini that you saw earlier on the screen. You must watch that, otherwise this is not going to make sense. But once you watch those videos from 1 through 4 chronological order, this is going to be like a dance. All right, so let's get started. And one more important thing, my main man, Juan Paul Manley, is going to be coming tomorrow at noontime on KRSchannel live to discuss about Jamini astrology again. Just like I brought Mark Boney here on the weekend, Mr. Juan Paul Manley will be here tomorrow in noon to talk about Jamini astrology. So now when he uses the term like, karakas and charadhasha and atmakaraka, and this aspect to that aspect, now you should know. You know the basics of Jamini astrology, okay? So anyway, Raj Yogas are formed in a several way. First of all, let's talk about the Raj Yoga formed by atmakaraka, meaning that planet with the highest degree. And obviously, again, if you do not know how to calculate your planet with the highest degree to see which one's your atmakaraka, amatyakaraka, get the report and then you'll know. It shows right there, clear cut. This is your atmakaraka, this is your amatyakaraka, this is your dharakaraka. So, what Raj Yogas are formed in your chart when atmakaraka is in play? That happens when atmakaraka and amatyakaraka are together in your horoscope. That means when atmakaraka and amatyakaraka in conjunction in your horoscope, or if they are aspecting each other, if they aspect each other, but only through Jamini aspect. So when they aspect each other through Jamini mutual aspect or sit together, creates a Raj Yoga. That's one Raj Yoga. Next one is atmakaraka with putrakaraka. So when atmakaraka, planet with the highest degree, is sitting with the planet with the fifth highest degree, which is putrakaraka, or when they aspect each other through Gemini aspects mutually, that creates another Raj Yoga. So that's number 2 type of Raj Yogas. Now, the third one is when atmakaraka, planet with the highest degree, is in conjunction with the fifth lord. And when this happens, that's the third kind of Raj Yoga. So atmakaraka, planet with the highest degree, with your fifth house lord in your horoscope, creates a Raj Yoga. Now, last one of the atmakaraka Raj Yogas is when the atmakaraka, planet with the highest degree, is sitting with the planet with the lowest degree, or when it aspects it. So this combination creates another kind of, the fourth kind of Raj Yoga with atmakaraka. This is just atmakaraka. When planets with the highest degree sits with these different 4 situations, it creates a Raj Yoga. So now let's move on to the next Raj Yoga. Next one is amatyakaraka. Amatyakaraka is a planet with the second highest degree. Now when that planet sits with the putrakaraka, meaning planet with the fifth highest degree, or aspects it, they mutually aspect each other, that's when it creates another Raj Yoga through amatyakaraka. Next one is when amatyakaraka is sitting with the fifth house lord. That's the second kind of Raj Yoga with amatyakaraka. Then the third one is again amatyakaraka and dharakaraka together in a house or aspecting each other through mutual Gemini aspect. That's amatyakaraka Raj Yogas. Now another unique Raj Yoga that KRSchannel has discussed in Gemini is when Moon and Venus are either together in your horoscope, meaning their conjunction, or they aspect each other in your horoscope through Gemini aspect only. When this happens, that's another type of Raj Yoga. But how good or bad your Raj Yoga is going to be depends on 2 things, because Gemini is very strict about that. Gemini says when planets are exalted or in their own sign, at least one of them who's forming the Raj Yoga, that will give the best result regarding your Raj Yogas. When planet is in a friendly sign, it'll be an average Raj Yoga. It won't be that high of a Raj Yoga. And then least is that when planets are like in enemy sign or debilitated, they're not going to produce the best results. They will produce the results of Raj Yoga, but it won't be as good as you might think. Or it may come with a lot of struggle in life. So that's one thing to judge when looking at your Raj Yogas in Jamini Astrology. The next is you have to look at their placement in Nimansha chart. This is especially in Jamini as much as it is in Prashara astrology. In Jamini astrology, Nimansha holds a very important position. If these planets are debilitated in Nimansha or sitting in an unfriendly sign, the Raj Yoga will nullify. That's one. Second, you have to see exactly, again, I talked about aspects, conjunction, and yogas in Nimansha. Gemini also, you look and see if the same amount of Raj Yogas that you have in your D1 chart, your birth chart, are also forming in the Nimansha chart. If there are more Raj Yogas in Nimansha chart, it's a very strong possibility for you to achieve success in life. If your Raj Yogas decreases according to Gemini positions in your Namancha chart, then the Raj Yoga will decrease itself. So if you have 5 Raj Yogas in your main birth chart, but only 1 Raj Yoga is forming in your Namancha chart, the 4 Raj Yogas forming in your D1 chart are now nullified. So only 1 will give effect. That's the easy and beauty of this Gemini astrology. Okay. So these are something you gotta always remember when seeing if the Raj Yoga is strong or weak. Okay. Now, next thing you want to know is when will it happen? These Raj Yogas will only happen in their respective charadhasha or antracharadhasha. So whenever your atmakaraka and amatyakaraka forming a Raj Yoga, when their respective charadhasha of Chara Mahadasha and Chara Antradasha come in of their signs, that will activate the Raj Yoga. Second is if you're running through a Charadhasha, okay, and obviously I told you in my Charadhasha video to turn that Charadhasha sign as the ascendant. And if your Raj Yoga forming planets, or at least one of them, sits in the 10th house from your Charadhasha sign, Dasha, that will also create a Raj Yoga, because 10th house is given a lot of importance in Gemini regarding rise in career. During that time period, whenever your Charadhasha holds a 10th house with atmakaraka, amatyakarka, putrakaraka, or dharakaraka, or the 5th lord, that shows that in this time and the antradasha of the other planet that are forming the Raj Yoga, you will get very good results. Now, if your Atmakaraka is not forming any Raj Yogas and it sits in the 10th house from the Gemini Charadhasha, you may experience good success, but it won't be so good as like winning some award, like Mark Boney was saying, or getting a highest promotion in your work field. So you gotta remember all these principles when you're judging your Raj Yogas. So now, whenever any expert on Gemini comes in, whether it's KN Rao himself, who is going to be coming, I'm still working on it, I know. Mark Boney, Juan Paul Manley, whenever these guys come and start talking about Gemini, you should know why they're saying the Raj Yoga is forming. Okay, so it's not about Prashara Raj Yoga. In Gemini, it doesn't matter if your kendra and trikona lord are sitting together. Prashara could care less about that. It's all about the karakas, the Sthirakaraka, and it's all about the charadhasha that will bring the timing of it. And remember, especially in Gemini, exaltation, mul trikona, own sign, friendly sign, and debilitation really, really matters. Okay, so these things you got to remember the divisional charts. Okay, so hopefully now you've learned the Raj Yogas of Gemini. And if you're obviously new to my channel, subscribe below, because you're going to be getting a lot more information on astrology than just today. And again, if you are interested in getting your report and seeing which one is your Atmakaraka and what Raj Yogas you have formed, for that, check out the links below. Check out my books there, Astrology, Aspect and Conjunctions at the Speed of Light. And also you can see the report there as well on my shop section. Otherwise, see you tomorrow with Juan Paul Manley. Bye-bye.